live. We are indeed live. This was not a good report. This was not the worst report, but it was not the greatest report for inflation. So inflation numbers are out. I'll wait till some people come in to the live. But man, it wasn't that good. It really just wasn't that good. Let me share this to Twitter. Inflation numbers missed on expectations. Live now talking inflation. And we came in at 8.3% month over month versus 8.5, which is not good. It's just not that good. That's the end of it. It's not that good. Emmanuel, what's up? Toilet Bowl, yo, what's up? Happy you guys are here in the chat. It's pretty rough. So let's go to inflation right now. Let's go to some of the numbers. So as you can see here, and I'm doing a video about this a little bit later today, but the 10-year Treasury yield jumps back above 3% after hotter than expected inflation data. What is hotter than expected? Well, we were expecting 8.1% for inflation. We got 8.3%. And as a result of basically missing the expectations, granted inflation is going down, it's just not going down at the rate we thought it could accelerate or deaccelerate towards. In the pre-market, S&P down 1%, Palantir is down, Tesla down to 792. It was down at 785, so it has a little bit of recovery. Palantir at 719 pre-market. Palantir is doing pretty bad. It's just getting decimated. Look at Shopify. Shopify's $35. No, $29. It's $329 from hitting 2 hundos. It was 1,700, bro. This is insane. This is absolute madness. It is literally just madness. Good morning, Range Rover. What's up? Low, I need some body help. Palantir long. We all need to just not look at the portfolio today, except for the next 40 minutes. You guys are going to see stocks if you're watching this stream. And we need to go take a walk because, man, oh, man. ARK, I mean, we have so many earnings to talk about, guys. Have you guys seen something called Coinbase? People were asking, why aren't you buying Coinbase? Why aren't you buying crypto? Because it's too volatile. It's not that it's not going to survive or be big in the next 5 years. I'm bullish on crypto and Coinbase. It's just that, man, is it volatile? And if Palantir is volatile, think about how volatile crypto is. Bitcoin, so Coinbase 55 pre-market. They missed on earnings by 27%. You know, it's just rough in this market. And then we got Bitcoin, 29K. Like it's no big deal, 29K. This has happened right when inflation came out. It was at 31, just dropped. Said, screw it. We're not doing this anymore. Said, screw it. Literally, it was like, yeah, screw it. We're going down. I was just thinking of the Beatles songs. Which Beatles song? Is it Yesterday or just Let It Be? Let It Be, right? It's probably Let It Be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. Wow, I should not sing. Anyway. ARK Innovation down at $39. I sold it at 48. Granted, I bought Palantir at 10, so it's not like I should have. It's not like I can say I did a good sell. Bought it at 88. But man, it's getting rough. QQQ down at 298. The question is, when is this fear going to capitulate to a bottom? Dogecoin below 10 cents. I wonder if that guy who bought a bunch of Dogecoin, Doge the Proj, that millionaire guy, I wonder if he sold by now. Can we check that? Is he still making YouTube videos? Doge, the Dogecoin millionaire. This guy definitely... Wow, I just bought $10,000 worth of Dogecoin. This guy's still doing it? Wow, this guy's still doing it. Okay, I mean, hey, talk about conviction. That's what it is, right? It's conviction at the end of the day. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Yay, Hoovy. Hello, Samuel Main. This is beyond a joke now. Time to turn off the markets and go get a normal life. For everyone, and morning, brother Samuel, thank you for being here. For everyone who's saying help and saying it's rough, just remember that it's rough, but at this point is when we want to see things recourse, right? Like, so the point I'm trying to get at here is, like, when it gets this bad, it's hard for it to get even worse. Now, it can get even worse, but there's a good sign, or I would assume a good sign, that when things start getting this bad, we start to have some idea of when it's going to stop. Like, for example, the S&P. Most people are estimating the S&P would get to around 380, and that would be a total bear market in a deep recession. But once we get to me, I'm kind of like, I want it to be a Band-Aid, right? If you know you're not going to need this money right now, then let's get Palantir to $3, have it as a Band-Aid, rip it off, and then start going back to normal. Like, that would be the ideal scenario. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen. It seems more than likely now that, like, things are just going to get worse. But it's two scenarios. Either things are going to get worse, and we just rip it off like a Band-Aid, which I would rather do, or things are going to get better because things are so worse, we just don't know when they're going to get better. And I think that's ultimately what we have to see. I don't even open stock apps anymore. Check prices can't be good for mental health. I know it's going to recover anyway. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, it's all going to recover. It's just entertaining right now to, like, this is like porn. It's like, it's fear porn. It's loss porn. It's like, it's exciting. It's stimulating to look at, but at the end of it, because it's numbers, right? It goes up and down. It determines your net worth or whatever. But it's at the end of the day, it's not necessarily it's gonna come back. 5 minutes to a sea of blood. Let's see what happens. What's a normal life? Being an investor is my religion every morning. Yeah, I feel you. This is how things go. This is the nature of the market. By the way, let me make sure my sound is a little bit higher. I know my mic was a little bit low. Let's fix that real quick. Yeah, let's make this higher. All right, the mic should be a lot better now. Okay, so that was bad. Let's go to CNBC. As you can see, this was the inflation data. It's really screwed up everything. Core CPI, which strips out volatile food and energy prices, saw an even bigger increase. So if you take out food and energy, you have 0.6% of more CPI. It's like it's bad. It's not good. Not good at all. Not good at all. And it's what it is. Bitcoin drops below 30K. There we go. As hot inflation reports causes investors to shun risky assets. Bitcoin fell about 7% to 29,196. Wow, we got there. Ether down 8% to 2,160. This is the second time this week Bitcoin has fallen into the 29,000 range. Now it's kind of stuck in that 29K range. I mean, I think it could break out of it fairly easily, but it is stuck there. And there it is, 29,725. Man, this is rough, man. This is rough. The Adam Bergen Show. What's up, Adam? Sell. JK, inflation might be peaking. Let's see next two CPI reports. Yeah, I think that's a good thing, right? Like, I do think because the positive thing to remember, guys, about inflation is that it decreased. It didn't decrease at the rate we wanted it to decrease, but that's just like, the market puts up an arbitrary number at the end of the day, and that forms the entire trajectory of, like, the stocks that follow that number. But inflation did decrease. And because it did decrease, to me, that is good. The next two CPI reports over the next couple months, if it shows a gradual decrease, that means the Fed is doing its job and interest rates are working. The question is if that's happening. Owen Welp, it was at 8.3 instead of 8.1. Time to get out of the market. Can't handle this. It's rough. Better, but now you're getting air feedback. Oh, let me reduce it a little bit more. Let me turn this off as well. Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, the fact that inflation is decreasing, I think that should hopefully inform us a little bit more of where things are going. Like, I mean, inevitably, it's better than it increasing, right? Like, it's better than it increasing. That's kind of the way I think about it. Market's going to open in a minute. I'm going to try to time it because there's a little bit of delay on my end. We are going to see how badly this market ends up going. We're going to see how badly this market ends up going. In the pre-market, things are still pretty rough. I mean, it's red. I think all of this is going to be red. We're seeing a little bit of green. And we're going to see in 30 seconds. We are going to see. I'm curious to kind of see how if Palantir settles into the sixes. I'm curious to see if Tesla drops to the 750 range. Peloton and Coinbase, all these companies got decimated yesterday. We're going to talk about their earnings. SPY at 397. Could SPY get to 390? And SoFi stock as well got hit. Roblox got hit as well. So we're gonna see in a little bit. All right, 10 seconds. Morning open. Hopefully I timed this correctly. The markets, get ready for the bell. You guys see it? The markets are indeed open. Wake your ass up. Let's see what's going on in the markets. And we are going to see how truly bad does it get. There we go. It's open. There we got the red. All right, we're red. We're red. Where's the green? Do I see some green? No green. We're red, 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 red. Red, red, red. Let's go to Palantir. First one. Palantir 719. All right, opens red. Dropping, dropping, dropping. 2%, down 2%. Palantir 715. Coinbase. Decimated, down 27%, $53. Coinbase is getting hit. Investors do not want this company anymore. They are getting out of it. Its market cap, $11 billion. I think they did like $9 billion in revenue last year, which is wild. ARK at 38, new all-time lows for ARK. Wow, down 5%. 5% in the morning, down. Upstart, this one's down another 6%, $31. Tesla 780. I mean, that's holding up a little bit. I thought Tesla would get even worse, so that's not too bad. Roku's getting hit, down 2% in the morning. SPY holding up decently at 398. I mean, if it was at 395 at one point pre-market, so we're gonna see how that turns out. And then Roblox. Where's Roblox? Roblox is at down another 3%, $22. Wow, what was the max on Roblox? $141. Goodness gracious. Bitcoin climbing back up. It's trying to climb back up, so we see how Bitcoin's going. But this is tough. Yeah. Amit, interested to know your thoughts on this. Yeah, this is rough. Samuel, gotta go team. Okay, I'll Samuel, you get the replay. You'll watch there. So Bitcoin's at 30 grand. We're seeing it there. Okay, so Bitcoin made a little bit of a recovery. It's fighting 29.30. I think a lot of people are buying the dip on Bitcoin because if you believe in the long-term vision, 29K is like, wow, this is a gift. Except the FOMO isn't there. That was there when it was at 50K. So we've got that there. What else do we got? QQQ measures the biggest technology stocks index. That is down to 299. It's below 300, so we've got that there. That's happening. I think we will see a parabolic Christmas rally. Maybe. I mean, maybe. We will see. Ouch, coin. I'm hurting. I hate selling at the bottom, but might have to. Blake, why are you selling coin? Did your conviction change on Coinbase? Or do you just need the liquidity? Because, like, to me, same thing with Palantir, right? Like, I'm not selling at what I think is the bottom for Palantir because, like, my conviction didn't change at all. And the quarter they had wasn't bad. By the way, I'm coming out with a video. You know Alex Karp talked about nuclear war? Coming out with a video today. Make sure you watch that video, guys. If you're a Palantir shareholder, just make sure you watch it. That's all I'm going to say. This is an important video. Coinbase at 57 should be a steal if you believe in Bitcoin. Like, to me, if you believe in Bitcoin, which you have to believe in long term to believe in Coinbase, this is a buying opportunity. So I think the people that are not buying Coinbase really don't believe in crypto. Or they just think Coinbase is not the thing that wins in crypto, but that doesn't make sense because Coinbase was like it's the thing for crypto. It's the biggest one. So I don't know. Amit, did you do a Geico commercial? Yes. No, I actually didn't. You have a debate with Strongman. Yeah, guys, I'm debating Strongman. For those of you guys who care, this is his channel. He's a fun guy. He's actually not that he put a video up there? I didn't even see it. Where is it? Did it just post it? I just saw it. Oh, it's this live debate with the Mick Creator, 10x or chart. Look at his face, bro. He's just a fun guy, guys. I know he puts on this persona for his YouTube channel, and he talks crap about Jeremy and me, Kevin, and Tom Nash. He's a funny guy. I was talking to him on Twitter. He's a fun dude. He's just doing it for the views, and it's what his stick is. He also likes Palantir. He's actually thinking of buying it. He just doesn't like the share dilution. So it'll be a conversation more than it will be a debate. It's nothing too crazy. NASDAQ 11,600. Down 12, below 12K. Oh, man. I thought people... Blake says, I bought at 258. You guys are right. Probably shouldn't sell. You just don't as much conviction as others. I thought... it makes sense. I thought people don't want Coinbase. They want a decentralized exchange. Well, the thing about decentralized exchanges is that at the end of the day, you need to have something centralized. Quarantined Quartet, thank you for being in the chat. Theo, great interview with Dartins. Thanks for watching it. You two look good in 4K. So the thing about Coinbase and decentralized exchanges, which is incredibly interesting, I was listening to someone talk about I was listening to Scott Galloway talk about decentralization yesterday. The idea is, and I've been saying this as well, you can't decentralize everything. I heard Mark Zuckerberg talk about this in a podcast yesterday as well. Like, you can't decentralize everything. Everyone is just like, just decentralize it. It's like, no, bro, it makes no sense. Like, you sound like an idiot. You cannot decentralize. When something goes wrong, you need to call support. Coinbase has support. And Coinbase, they put something in their 10Q filing yesterday, which was really shocking to people. I'm going to pull it up on my Twitter right now. By the way, let me tweet that I'm live right now with everybody. This thing really scared a lot of people. Live now. It's in my replies. They published something in their 10Q, and when they published this in their 10Q, it was pretty bad. Hold on, did I tweet this? No, here we go. Live now. And they basically said, look, if we go bankrupt, you will lose your money. You will lose your money. So let's look at this right here. So they published in their 10Q filing that if Coinbase goes bankrupt, the assets that we have on our exchange, which are the cryptocurrencies, will also be subject to bankruptcy. So they said, moreover, because custodial held crypto assets may be considered to be the property of a bankruptcy estate, in the event of a bankruptcy, the crypto assets we hold in custody on behalf of our customers could be subject to bankruptcy proceedings. And such customers could be treated as our general unsecured creditors. That means that if you have your Bitcoin on Coinbase and they go bankrupt, which is unlikely to happen, but this is really scary to people because what if something happens with macro and people are like, crypto's a scam, and then it all sells off and it all goes to, you know what? Then if you have your Bitcoin on crypto and it's not custodial, it is you're treated as a general unsecured creditor with an asset on a company's balance sheet, and that company now has to put that up, just like you have to put up your house or your car if you're going bankrupt and you're being seized by the banks that are seizing your assets. That's not good. That's not good for crypto investors. Coinbase also takes your crypto if you go bankrupt. Yes, exactly. So decentralized money is like horror among thieves. It works until it doesn't. Yeah, and I mean, I think there's a world in which decentralization could happen. I just don't know if that's going to happen without some level of centralized authority. And that's why you need a thing like Coinbase, which is why I think you should be bullish on it if you're bullish on crypto. But I know in this market sentiment, people are losing their bullishness on crypto, which I get. But like, that's not the best. Oh my goodness. Tesla at 769. Oh my. Wow. We haven't hit 700s in about 2 months on Tesla in terms of a flat 700. And when we did, it had a massive rebound. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Goodness. Tesla, my Esla, right? Tesla. Well, I mean, we're going to see how low Tesla goes. Open Door and SoFi getting slammed. SoFi had a great earnings, by the way. It wasn't bad. I think they increased their guidance as well. Like, SoFi earnings was not horrible. Shopify, $29 away from getting to the 200s. Shopify is just like, this is a stock I wanted to buy. I said in my first videos in November 2021, I was like, the reason I'm buying Palantir is because I didn't buy Shopify when it was only like $20 in 2017. Well, Shopify is proving to not be that big of a growth story. I mean, just given the nature of how it fell. Justin says, it sounded like Coinbase was arguing against having to put up users' tokens here. Also, this would require Coinbase to go bankrupt, which doesn't seem likely. I agree. I'm not saying this is a like breaking news story around Coinbase, the company. I'm saying the perception of people just recognizing that the economy could get so bad that Coinbase could go bankrupt, which is not likely. But if that could happen and their crypto isn't secure, it's just worse and worse and worse, right? And I think that's the argument that a lot of people were scared about. It's more like a fear thing, right? And it's rough when people's money is not secure on some type of exchange. Let's see what's going on in CNBC. All right, inflation. Let's get a little bit of inflation. We got to get some analysis on inflation, and we'll keep going from there.
Numbers, please. And here they are, our consumer price index for the month of April. Headline, expected up 0.2 is up 0.3. And do remember, this is a big drop from up 1.2 last month, which was the highest since 2005. If you strip out the all-important food and energy, expected up 0.4, a bit more. up 0.6, up 0.6. The high water mark here is up 0.9, and that was in April of last year, and that went back to 1981. And the Moneyball year-over-year headline up 8.3%. It breaks the streak of 7 higher year-over-years in a row, because in the rearview mirror we have 8.5%, and of course 8.5% takes us back 4 decades. It is a small reprieve, but a reprieve nonetheless. And if we look at core ex-food and energy year over year, same dynamic. It's higher than the 6% expected, Joe. It was up 6.2. 6.5 in the rearview mirror is the highest since '82. So we've definitely moderated just a bit. We see interest rates, well, they have changed rather dramatically. Rates across the board pretty much, and especially the long maturities, have moved higher from down 5 to up 4 or 5, over 3% again on a 10-year. And the reason is quite obvious, is that even though there is moderation, the moderations are small, but we do want to keep a very close eye on several things here. And the first, of course, is that food and energy.
All right, so it's bad. It's not as great. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not amazing. So inflation is rough. Again, 0.3% versus 0.2%. Now, the mortgages on homes are 5.5%. That is the average mortgage rate. We are seeing people buy less homes. So, the interest rate is doing its job. The question is that going to be enough to decrease demand, increase supply, and ultimately get rid of inflation long term? Airbnb just has some breaking news. They just came out with the new Airbnb. Let's. I don't know how many of you guys are interested in Airbnb. Let's play this film. Let's see what Airbnb is.
Millions of people are now more flexible about where they live and work. And they're spreading out to thousands of towns and cities. And they're staying for weeks, months, or even entire seasons at a time. A new world of travel has emerged. And just like millions of other people, I don't have to be back in office 5 days a week. And so Sophie and I hit the road, and we saw a lot of cool stuff. But it was really clear that this is just the tip of the iceberg, because there's this whole world of Airbnb, millions of unique homes just waiting to be discovered. And we thought this was the perfect time to create a new Airbnb for this new world of travel. And so we've created the biggest change to Airbnb in a decade. Introducing the Airbnb 2022 summer release. And it starts with Airbnb categories. For 25 years, the way you search for travel online has been the same. There's a big box, it's a search box, and ask you a question, where are you going? And so the first problem is you have to actually think of a place to go. We could show you places that you would never have thought to search for. So that's why we've created a whole new design built around Airbnb categories.
Real quick, we're gonna continue playing this. I want to see, he said Airbnb categories. I want to see Airbnb in stock real quick. Is this reacting to it by any chance? But I want to finish that. Airbnb 114, or Airbnb is down 1%. But let's see. This is really interesting. This is a company doing something unique in the home space.
So the first thing you'll notice when you open the new Airbnb app are all these incredible categories. Airbnb categories are collections of homes organized by what makes them unique. You can search by what kind of trip you want to experience. Let's say you're like with your family and you've been stuck in the city for a while and you want to get out. We now have a camping category or a countryside category. And if you really want to get out of town, there's even the Arctic. Or if you want to go to the desert, we have incredible desert homes. Look at this place in Pioneer Town. Now, most people wouldn't think to type in Pioneer Town, but you can discover these incredible homes here. We have a world of castle.
Content discovery is everything. Machine learning algorithms that are able to get you better discovered. I mean, this is interesting. I know Airbnb's long-term vision is to try to become this company that allows you to have a full end-to-end travel experience, not just where you live and where you rent. We'll watch another minute of this, but it's an interesting idea.
We don't just have castles, we have a lot of them. Design is probably my favorite category. These are over 20,000 homes that have been selected because they're either from notable architects like Frank Lloyd Wright, or they've been in cool design or architecture magazines. Or one of my favorite categories, OMG. we were trying to think of a name for this category, and the name OMG kind of like really summed it up, because you have properties where you're just like, I can't believe that even exists, including this yellow submarine in the middle of the woods in New Zealand. And so categories allow you to search by whatever your passion is, whatever you're interested in, and it could lead you to
All right. I mean, hey, that's pretty cool to me. I wanted to see that because the CEO and founder of Airbnb has been hyping it up. Palantir, by the way, recovering up 1.3%. The reason it was interesting to me is because Airbnb is a company I always thought was an amazing company. Just I don't know what it is as a stock. Like I can never evaluate it as a stock because I'm like, are they taking over the entire travel space? Is that what's going to go on? Like what exactly is going on with inflation long term? So it is interesting. Is Airbnb getting into work share? Took the profits and invested in a MIT. I put it aside for that. Appreciate you, Dave. So Airbnb is not getting into the workspace. It's not like WeWork where they're sharing co-working office space, but they are doing they're doing travel in general. I know their long-term vision is they want to be the travel destination of the, like when you plan a trip, you have every part of that trip, whether you're going skydiving or going on a helicopter ride or all of these like amazing experiences. Airbnb wants to be the central place that facilitates those things, not just where you live. That's their macro level vision. But I don't know what that means for the stock. I mean, it's a hard story to buy into over the next 5 years, at least for me right now. Bitcoin recovering back up to 31,000. Not bad. SPY recovering. Let's go to the watch list. Not bad. We're recovering. I mean, a little bit of recovering. Not crazy. Where's Disney? Disney's at 108. Okay. Disney, the Netflix thing, it hurt everyone, but Disney's not too bad. Where's Netflix? How's Netflix doing? 175. Okay, so Netflix is below 180. ARK at 39. Yeah, Tesla. Where's Tesla? Tesla, my Tesla. Tesla 789. Tesla's struggling to get back to 800, man. Tesla's getting hit. I found properties where I bring my boat, park my boat at their house. It's awesome. Very unique. Very, very unique. I'm going to pitch a tent in Central Park and list it as an OMG. Chris, you got, yeah, Chris, you could, you gotta do something. You gotta do. Chris, have you ever thought of renting your condo as? Can you do that? I don't know if you can do that with Airbnb. I've stayed in a couple of Airbnbs before in California. So when I did have a girlfriend back in 2018, we rented out this place in Koreatown in California for like a week. It's a really shitty place. Like, definitely a bunch of 18-year-olds that didn't have money, but it was a nice experience. I mean, it was cool. It was better than a hotel, right? It's like cheaper. So, Airbnb, I mean, it's a phenomenal product, B2C product, huge TAM, obviously with travel, but like, I don't know how to evaluate it as a stock. And the other thing that made me hate it is they IPO'd at 63 and they opened at like 140 or 130 or some nonsense number because the banks just got rich off the IPO. Like they should have been valued at probably like 130, but they only valued them at 63. So the banks got all the upside from that. So Airbnb was never an interesting sort of stock, I guess, for me to invest in. Yeah, the market's crap. I mean, that's there's nothing else to say. The market is absolute crap. It's just what it is. We're gonna see how things recover, hopefully over the next couple of days, but the market is wild. Airbnb causes homelessness in the city centers. Greedy people buying up multiple apartments and doing short-term rentals. Yeah, there is the downside of Airbnb. It definitely does have some. I think this is why regulators were trying to regulate it for so long. Same thing with Uber. It's like at the end of the day, it's hard to stop innovation, but I mean, there is an argument for why Airbnb is not the most friendliest to a lot of other people. But these are all just things that happen as a result of innovation as well. Someone says girlfriend back in 1918. I was not alive in 1918. I meant 2018. Did I say 1918? It's been a rough morning. New money talks will be posted today. Let me show you guys our channel. Last couple episodes did pretty well because, to be honest, we were talking about Palantir. And when you talk about Palantir, you'll get some people to pay attention. But today's intro, I think, is going to be really good. We're talking about inflation. We didn't expect it to be as bad as it was. And it wasn't bad. It was just not as good as expectations. So we'll be talking about it today. No more talking about Palantir because Palantir is a done story in terms of what happened. I mean, I'm going to be talking about Palantir, but yeah. Oh, Chris, by the way, if you're still watching. So Chris sent a great article yesterday around nuclear war. And I actually made that into a video. So there's this article that came out, Palantir up 2%, about 2.5%, that says the intelligence, the head of chief intelligence of the United States, some department, says that the nuclear war actually could happen in the context of if Putin feels that losing the war in Ukraine. By the way, Bitcoin, huge recovery. Goodness, 31,000 right back up. If Bitcoin feels, if Putin feels that losing in Ukraine is an existential threat to the national sovereignty of Russia, he could potentially launch a nuclear type of war. Palantirs, yes. And as a result of that, the whole thing Karp was saying about, hey, there's a nuclear war, it might not be that crazy. It might not be that crazy. So, I did a video on that. We're going to talk about it. And I kind of did my deep dive and my analysis on it. Nah, you said 2018, just pulling your leg. Okay, good. Just happy you were not in Luna. Yo, what's up with Luna, bruh? Why is Luna... Luna's a crypto, right? I see a bunch of people talking about it. Luna price, right? So let's go to Luna. Oh, this is Terra. Oh, I've heard of this thing. So, oh, okay. So that's what happened. Wait a second. What? This was at $86 on May 4th? Okay, so, oh my goodness. It was $84 May 4th. It's 7 days from now. So, what was it yesterday? Yesterday was $28. Now it's $2. It's lost 97%. Who the heck is buying this thing? What is going on? Love innovation and disruptive technologies. AI is intriguing. What is going on? Why are people buying this thing? What does this thing do? Like, excuse my ignorance on this, but what does this do? Terra blockchain on Luna token falls below 15. Luna, blah, blah, blah. Luna's... I'm sure Twitter is going crazy about Luna. Wow. Okay. I mean, if you bought this back... So, okay, at August 27th, 2020, it was 50 cents. So, if you bought it and you sold April 4th at $116, you would have quite the return. I mean, you would have quite the return. That's a big boy return. Luna is falling due to USDT being a scam. Luna is a stablecoin. Okay, I understand Luna is a stablecoin, and USDT. I saw this on Twitter as well. This is Tether. So can someone explain what is the relationship between a stablecoin and USDT? USDT is Tether. And Tether had a massive drop. And then Luna's... this whole thing, man, is just rough. This crypto... it's just goodness. It's a pump and dump. That's what it does. Luna has a stablecoin that has an APY of 20%. Okay, that's interesting. People have been doing vans in New York City and getting away with it. No joke, 200 a night. That is a hustle. This might be my first green day in like 7 days. Yeah, let's go back to Weeble. I mean, things are a little bit green. As you see, the market recovered a little bit. There's a decent amount of green there. Snowflake at, wow, 145. Snowflake. Oh my. Snowflake's at wow. Snowflake was like 300 at one point. Twitter is hanging on because of this deal. If Twitter didn't have this Elon Musk deal, it would be rough. CoffeeZilla did a video. All right, I'm gonna watch that. Wow. Yeah, and again, I mean, I hate to generalize around crypto, but the reason I've always been against investing in it is because it's just scary. It's volatile. By the way, shout out to 150, blah, blah, blah. Shout out to 152 people here. Really appreciate you guys spending your morning with me. Look, the markets are still rough. It's not getting that much better right now. Alibaba at 86. I mean, think about Baba's down, Baba is down not as bad compared to some of these other stocks, which is like insane given how much Baba's declined over the past couple months. Salesforce below 170. Where's Tattooed Chef? They had earnings yesterday and it wasn't horrible. They're down. Tattooed Chef is trading at the same as Palantir. Oh man. Open Door down below 6. Apple struggling to stay above 160 or even 155. DCFC, this is a SPAC bought by Palantir. This is down below 8. It's rough. Robinhood holding up at 9. Google holding up at 23. Spotify holding up at 99. It was at 95 yesterday, so that's not too bad. Enphase below 150. Look, either this is an amazing buying opportunity or you wait. If I had to gun to my head, I would say wait because you don't know what's going to happen. And there might be more pain to come eventually. We are ultimately going to have to see. We're going to have to see. Crossroads says USDT was supposed to be a stablecoin pledged to the USD value so it would never change, but they lied about Tether being 100% backed by the... I remember this. I do remember this. Yes, it was supposed to be backed by the US dollar, but they lied about it. There was a huge controversy. It was a huge controversy. Yes, that is true. So then Luna, I'm associated associated with that in some way. What a stablecoin is to the USD is essentially the chance to hold on to US dollars without it being regulated like a US dollar. Essentially, think of transferring between US dollars and yen in a few minutes. Interesting. All right, so it's a more radical concept. It's something that's harder to pull off, and I guess that's why it's a little bit more difficult. Luna was pegged to the USDT, so since it follows, the pump is over and it's dumped. Luna should never have gone that high. That makes sense. So if Luna is pegged to the USDT and USDT falls, then Luna obviously has to fall as well. Tom Nash is in the chat, everybody. Our Money Talks episode coming out in 4 minutes. I'll be leaving in 4 minutes as well. Look, let's do something real quick before I'm out of here. Is Fight Club a good movie? Because to be honest, I don't think it is. I don't think Fight Club, I know it's this iconic movie. I watched it a couple months ago. I put my heart and soul into watching it. I really tried to pay attention. I got so bored of it. I was just like, this is not that interesting. This movie is not that good. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it. I'm just being honest. Let's see what you guys think. Let's see what you guys think, because I didn't enjoy it. Fight Club was not that interesting to me. So I'm gonna see some of the comments, and we'll see what people say. Richard, you say no. All right, I already got one agreeing with me. Admit you are the man. D Nakos, I appreciate you. Never watched it. Okay. Overrated. Boom, Pooch. And that's what I'm talking about. Overrated. I hated Fight Club. Boom. Right there. I knew there would be some people. So I did this on Money Talks, and we're going to see in the comments if people agree or disagree. I really do think people are not going to agree with this. The ending ruined it for me. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So the ending, Fight Club made no sense. Exactly. People talk about it like it's a masterpiece. Oh my, Tom, bro. If these comments come, I'm going to have such a... This is my point, bro. I know there's like this philosophical idea to the movie, and it's like this guy that you have to confront your own existential. It's very existential, and I love that stuff. I'm philosophical if you haven't heard of by now. But Fight Club didn't do it for me. It didn't do it. Crossroads says, nah, Fight Club isn't it. Amit, have you ever gotten into a fist fight? No, I haven't. Someone said, is that a boomer thing? Okay, someone unsubscribed already. That happened. Unsubscribed. What WTF is Fight Club? That's my point. Never watched it. Stupid ending. Gary Griffin. That's my point. It's a stupid ending. Yup, made no sense. Watch Lord of the Rings. Crossroads. I don't have time. I really wish I had time to watch Lord of the Rings. I gotta find a day where I can just watch it. Eventually, hopefully that will happen. But that's my point. 50% of people said yes. No, it was not 50% of people that said yes. And if you're a part of the 50%, Tom, you don't count. So it has to be less than 50% because you're a part of it. You are too young to understand the context. I disagree. I fundamentally disagree. I'm 24. I am not too young. I'm close to, I'm 6 years away from 30. I'm not like, and the guy in the movie wasn't, he was in his mid-20s, right? If I'm not wrong. Like, I get the point. I understand the movie. I just don't think it was that good. Like, I feel like you could tell that story in a different way. Taxi Driver is a really good movie. The Joker, like, you're dealing with someone who has all these issues in their head, and like, I think there's other ways to characterize these narratives. My friends and I would have our own Fight Club and beat the crap out of each other. Wow, Dave, you have such an interesting life. Amit is a lover, not a fighter. That is correct. I've always said that. Amit is a lover, not a fighter. Before kids would say, I'm going to sue you. Chris agrees with you. Fight Club makes more sense today than ever before. Millennials won't get it. Nah, I disagree. It's not about millennials. It's not about millennials. It's about the actual movie. You don't have to bring age into this. I don't think it was that good of a movie. Dude, what would be a good movie to you? Inception, The Dark Knight, Wolf of Wall Street. These are good movies. The Joker. I like the philosophical ideas. I'll watch it again. I'll give it a rewatch. But the ending also I didn't like, bro. I didn't like it. I didn't like how abruptly it was. Now you may say, oh, that adds to the value of it. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, if it has to be based on your age, then it's not working. I agree. If a movie has to be based on your age for it to be a timeless movie, no. Come on, bro. It can't just be based on your age at that point. All right, I'm out. I got work to do. I will see you guys later. Comment below when this video ends if Fight Club is a movie worth watching, if it's something we should keep going with. More videos coming out today. We got inflation. We got some Palantir stuff. We got Coinbase earnings. I'll be going over it. But Fight Club maybe I should do a Fight Club review. Maybe you need to get into a fist fight. Distracting me from the red and more portfolio. Thanks, Mr. Dodgy Bricks. Sean, I appreciate you being here. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you later today, and I'll see you tomorrow and the Thursday morning live stream. Bye-bye.